Hello, you guys. I did say that I was going to finally start saying what happened in my marriage and that I was in an abusive marriage. Yes, me. I was always a headstrong one, but I ended up in abusive marriage. Keeping him here because he knows almost everything that happened. Actually, he knows everything that happened. He was kind of watched everything. Also, another one of my friend and her boyfriend kind of knows everything. So yeah, and just in case shit gets too emotional, he's my personal funny guy. So he's just gonna make shit funny.
You fucking right.
I usually make hella dark joke about my own situation so I don't end up in tears. But sometimes it always doesn't, always doesn't work. So he's there to make the jokes. So I don't end up,
How did you and this species meet?
he calls him species because he doesn't have no respect for, guys like that. So yeah. Well, when I met him through social media. He'd been on my Instagram for a while. And I have always been a unique Bengali. And he's pretty much a unique Bengali because he makes rap music. And the lyrics are, a little crazy. So it's a little unique situation. And he has a thing for Saliti girl. And I posted a Hindi movie clip in my story and he replied to it. And that's like where he was like, oh, you Saliti. When I first came to America, a lot of Saliti people, were supporting me. So, and I always had a thing for Saliti girl. So I want to get to know you. Are you into it? So I was like, okay. So in the beginning, I'm not gonna lie, now that I look at it, it wasn't because, I'd be feeling I'm very lovable. So, even if people are love bombing me, I wouldn't fucking know it because I feel like I'm very fucking lovable. But yeah, he pretty much love bombed me. He seems perfect, almost perfect. Yes, I saw the angry side and all of the impulsive side, but I always looked at it as, he's not gonna do that shit to me. He probably is like that with other people or with the things that he has bad habit of, but he's not gonna do that shit to me. He adores me. And he was the type to be like, okay, I'll do this for you. And us is the most important thing. And the deal was that, I want to be with him, but he can't smoke, he can't drink. He used to smoke and drink. So he kind of blindsided me talking about, okay, he's gonna stop doing that shit, that I'm the only important thing, I'm the best thing that happened to his life and all that shit. So I'm like, okay, I take his word for it. You know what I'm saying? I saw a little bit of impulsive side, but again, I never thought it was going to be on me too, So other than that, he was very initiative. He wasn't stingy. And he was very, attentive. Very romantic at that time as well. Like, he actually made me feel like I was important, and actually making me happy and keeping me mentally okay is important.
Why did you give him the opportunity of a lifetime?
Okay, you see, before I met him, I was an independent woman. I had struggles, but for one thing, I do not like asking people for help. I had my struggles, more like, how the hell am I going to be a full-time student? I was an engineering student, and I was a hella good of a student. He knows that shit. You want to talk about my studying life?
Now you a student.
Yeah.
A student. Yeah.
But the thing is, I don't know how to have a work-life balance because I was also living by myself that time. But I don't want to get into the family situation, why I started living by myself. I think every oldest daughter of Bengali family already knows why. We take the most crap bullshit. We are the freaking lamb slaughter. And I no longer want it to be the lamb slaughter or loop of toxicity or drama or like spreading rumors about bullshit. It's fucked up. A whole lot of praying going on, but a lot of fucked up hearts. So I don't want to be part of that world. So I was on my own. But I had a problem with work-life balance. And that's when I met him. He came in trying to be like, okay, no, Aisha, see, I had a problem. I don't like asking people for help. So I was like, no, Aisha, it's bad. You cannot be that independent. You gotta ask people for help. You gotta trust me. Trust me. I just want to take care of you. I just want you to be taken care of. Be feminine. I'm the man. Let me be the man. Let me take care of you. Let loose. So my dumb ass fed into all of it because you see, I saw people who other girls who let go of their independence and become a housewife and all that. They were actually doing that for the right kind of guy who actually wanted to take care of that woman, not for other reasons, not for sneaky reasons, because I saw it in my family. A lot of girls are taken care of in my family, even if they were, letting go of their independence because the intentions was good. You want to add anything?
No, just it was, he missed out on the he basically missed out on the lottery. Because you
yeah, but on the mindset of how he wanted to loop me into the the housewife situation. You want to add anything to it?
It's a tactic to keep you hostage.
Yeah.
Or control.
Yeah, so you see, he did it for a control reason. Later on, I found out within 3 months of that fucking relationship, of the marriage, 3 months of the marriage, I ate it up. I let go of my independence. I said, fuck work. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let that man take care of me. I'm gonna let that man, you know, be financially responsible over me. I'm just gonna focus on my studying and all of that because that's what he said. He just want me to, you know, be taken care of and, you know, focus on my shit, and he wanna be the caretaker. So he told me that after we got married real quick too. I had to literally convince my entire family that he was a good guy. And then all of that shit blew over my fucking face. The Mohorona wasn't even that much because I understood his financial, you know, thing. He wanted to take care of me, but mind you, he wasn't actually a rich guy. He was a struggling guy because he's illegal and he was working under cash, by the way. You know that.
Oh shit, let me call Ice. Hold up.
This guy, yo, he hates him.
Nah, I don't hate nobody. I just, you know.
You don't hate him?
I mean, it's hate.
He's an alien to you, literally.
Yeah, it's a.
Hey, no, but more like he doesn't have respect for him. Is it the word?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he doesn't have respect for him.
Yeah.
So, like, what was I saying?
Can you?
So after marriage, the idea was that we was going to go to the first place that he found, and we were just gonna be there for one fucking winter. Because mind you, that location entirely was inconvenient for me if I want to start working, if I want to go to my family, if I want to even go study. Severely inconvenient. If I tell you the location, you would know what I'm talking about. But yes, severely inconvenient location, and we used to live in a basement, a rented basement, and he was working. Mind you, it was convenient for him still because his friends was around, his furthest, help me out.
Close family.
Not close family, far relatives. He don't have any close family in the US. Yeah, pretty much he liked the hip hop culture, and when him and his family visited US when he was 17, and he liked the hip hop culture and he did not want to go back, so he stayed here basically.
He thought he was black.
Let him live his dream, man. He want to be a hip-hop star, okay? I don't want to hate on that shit. I'm not a hater. I don't want to hate on that shit. So he liked the culture, he liked the openness and all that shit. So he got into pretty much real fucked up shit just for survival. I think that's where pretty much that motherfucker, you know, lost his morality too. That's a little bit of his backstory. So we moved into that location, and like every fucking time I'm reminding him when we're gonna move out. That's when like, oh, you know that I don't really work like that. I don't have that much money. Oh, okay. So we don't move out. Next thing you know is, oh, we have been arguing. That's why I don't want to move out. Mind you, I can do shit for myself other than be a housewife, you know. And I was hell of a good wife, but he just didn't appreciate it. I cooked with love. He didn't appreciate it. Nothing.
When did things started to go left between y'all two?
The 3rd month of the marriage. Now you're gonna ask, how the fuck did this shit ended up 2.5 years? That's where you see, I didn't have my family back up, and at some point I felt like that's the only thing I could fucking choose. So I low-key like brainwashed myself into it at some point. First I got brainwashed, but then I ended up brainwashing myself into it because I felt like I couldn't make no other move. I was stuck and I was scared. Yes, this is what I'm saying. If I got stuck into marriage like this, I don't know how many girls out there actually calling that shit love. So how the fuck actually problems started happening? You see how he made promises and he gave me words that he gonna stop doing certain shit?
Smoking.
Those were actually deal breaker. I did not want to, at that point, remember, I was praying and shit. I wasn't doing a whole lot of shit myself. I let go of a lot of shit in my fucking life, right?
Like what? Say it.
You see, God says that the past sin, you don't mention it. After you know, toba, you don't mention it anymore. So, let's just say, it was gonna be a deal breaker if he kept smoking, if he was impulsive and all of that shit. The deal was no impulsive shit, no angry outburst, no smoking and drinking, and no shutting down. Those were the deals. By the way, I told you that I thought none of that shit was gonna blow up on my face. His impulsive behavior, his anger, and his shutting down shit. Get it? So those are the deals. But then after the marriage, I realized how much he focuses on trying to make you happy with buying shit. It was like a transaction. Like money, like I'm gonna buy you shit and I want you to appreciate me because I buy you shit. Mind you, he killing me inside here and killing me emotionally by not keeping his words. Every time we had a fucking talk about something, he would blow up, he would shut down and go by his day. Mind you, when he go by his day, he wouldn't even come back to conversate with me like an adult. He would just avoid me, and it would be like us not talking for a whole fucking 3 days. He would act like he doesn't notice me. I would stop eating and he wouldn't even give a fuck. He wouldn't even care to even ask if I ate when he used to come back. He would just go back and just smoke and come back. Yeah, at that time he wasn't still smoking weed, but he would purposely smoke cigarette, come back, and make it seem like he did it for a calm down reason. But mind you, If he did it for calm down reason, why the fuck would he come back and avoid me for a whole fucking 3 days? Does that make sense to you?
No, I don't know.
If a guy was to just for a heated moment, it's a heated moment, and that's why he left the house, wouldn't he come back and to talk to you about it?
If he cares about the girl, or if he,
But he wouldn't. He wouldn't. Then eventually all that shit added up, and he would just say, I will fix it, I will fix it. Promise you, Aisha, you're the best thing that happened to me. You're an angel. I would never want you to become me. I want you to stay the way you are. He even boasted about how morally conscious I am in many different ways, in social media, and to his family, and all of that shit. Every time he used to be like that. Sorry, but repeat. Sorry, I would change, repeat. He would always loop me back in by saying, Aisha, don't become me. You're morally right all the time, so don't become me. You're perfect the way you are, and I don't want you to change. Just bear with me and help me change. I saw a lot of shit in my past. I used to get my ass beat as a fucking child. I learned a lot of shit from my environment, so please, Aisha, just bear with me. I would go to therapy if I need to. And you see, my brain, where like I want to be in people's rescue, ate that shit up. Like, oh, he's gonna change for me. He loves me. He's gonna change for me. He's gonna improve. And the beating part, my ass beating, it also started slowly too. First, by pushing me on the fucking floor. He would always say that I fucking put my hands on him first. But if I really want to show you what he calling abuse, but what actually abuse is, if anybody knows how females are, specifically when females are really, really emotionally going crazy, and you're not loving them, you're not showing care, they're either gonna jump on you and grab your face, or gonna be like, listen to me. Is that abuse? Let's just say, let me give you a scenario. Now we are arguing, I just jumped on you and I grabbed your face. Well, listen, is that abuse?
No.
But pushing me, after that, is it abuse or not?
Yeah.
He would use that as an excuse to fucking push me hard, but it started slowly. See, I was slowly fucking wired into it. He would come back and say sorry that he didn't mean to do it. Then it turned into a where like he would pin me down. Again, then it turned to the point, again, sorry, I would change, Aisha. My environment was fucked up. My dad used to hit my mom. I don't want you to ever go through that shit. I know how females in our culture go through shit and actually not loved, and the men don't really care about their emotions and want them emotionally dead. I know how women struggle, all of that bullshit. And again, I ate it up every freaking time because it slowly increased. From then pinning, then it started to the point slapping me. Then slapping started to the point that he would fucking beat me. And then it became to the point when I even tried to fight him back, he would go for my fucking neck. And only time he would leave my fucking neck alone is when I started praying in middle of me being choked out, like basically praying Quranic stuff. Or say, oh my God, if you're just gonna choke me, let my last breath be it. Because I can't take this shit no more. That's the only time he would fucking let go of my throat. By telling me, shut up, bitch, shut up. Mind you, the whole time, I'm not shutting up, I'm talking about, this is what I'm talking about. You're abusive. You consistently say that you're gonna change, but look at you. You're the same person. Before marriage, another thing, he said that since it's a Muslim family, he said that don't worry, my family's not gonna judge you for how you wear. I'm not even gonna judge you, mind you. He's a rapper. He didn't care how I fucking dressed up. Only thing is, respectfully, I stopped wearing bikini. No bikini photos or whatsoever. I'm gonna directly put it out there. No bikini photo whatsoever. But other than that, he had no problem. He even said that even if his family was to judge me, he would defend me every time. But guess what? After marriage, when he realized his bros started looking at me, which he did not want to fucking admit to himself, but low-key he did in a way, because he would be like, don't go around my bros like that. Mind you, I'm not wearing provocative shit. Dresses that would come right here or crop tops on my hand showing. Mind you, he met me in way worse clothes, and to the point, we even had a couple account where I was literally twerking on him. So please tell me, how the fuck does that fucking make sense that after marriage he made it about my clothing too? Does that make sense for you?
No, it doesn't.
You get
I get
how would you explain it? How would you explain a guy who doing that shit?
That's simple. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense.
How the fuck he ended up started blaming shit on my clothing, right? Only when it came to my family, because he knows my family, he could just easily blame shit. Even though if it's about a different topic, but just by trying to making himself look good, he could be like, okay, I shall wear that clothes. This is why I'm arguing with her. That's not the point. That was never the point. The point ever was control. And he ended up mentioning it too. He ended up admitting to himself, but the thing is, I never record that nigga. He said it, yes, I want control. I want to dominate. So does that make sense to you? How literally we had a public video of us working. He knew how I used to dress up. He even said that he has no problem with it, that he would defend me. Suddenly, After I started bringing up problems in the relationship, all of a sudden he had random problems. Mind you, only time he brought up problems is when I somehow feel some type of way about how he behaved.
It's more ammo for him.
Exactly, it wasn't ammo for him. Because if it was really hurt or actually had problem with anything I was doing, why wouldn't he bring it up in his own term? Why is it he always bring it up every time I'm having problem in the fucking relationship and I cannot get through to him?
Ammo. Simple as that. Ammo. Ammunition.
Ammo. And he made sure I don't have no support around me, so I stay fucking delulu. That I cannot turn to no friends, no family members. Mind you, it's a Bengali community, so even if I were to turn to them, I wouldn't have no fucking support. Other than my cousins, some of my cousins, and my dad. My mom is a different story. I don't even want to get into it. I'm gonna have God deal with her. And Robert Sutapa, and her boyfriend. That's when I came back more into Spanish culture. That's when I realized, yo, this Spanish guys don't play about hitting women. I mean, he literally don't have respect for him at all. How do you feel about Noor?
The same way I feel about President Netanyahu. The same hate I got against President from Israel is the same hate I got against Noor.
Just by you knowing me as a person, right? And I don't even want you to sugarcoat, because I think any people around me, they know that I don't like a friendship where they just, there for a social reason or a reason where they have to agree with me with everything. Me and him be arguing about so much shit. Sometimes I'll be even fucking tossed up talking to him. But it's never about keeping fake peace over here. But how do you feel about me as a person?
I feel like I feel like God took his time with you.
Oh my God, Robert. Basically, add your own thought. I don't want to just, say things.
You one in a billion. It's hard to find a girl like you. You one in a,
But do you think I was actually ever the type to be a housewife in the beginning? And was that actually, how do you feel? Like, how would a guy even loop a girl in, fuck with her dreams, fuck with her entire life, by the way?
I mean,
and loop her into becoming such mess that you found me as.
The girl has to be vulnerable at first. If she's not vulnerable, then she's not gonna fall for the trap. So
I was vulnerable. You see,
I've been through this shit.
I was vulnerable. He's right. You see, I was pretty independent at that time, right? But he got into my head by saying that was my problem, that I'm too independent, that I'm not letting nobody help me. Perfect. That he wanna help me with my dreams. You see, I was very dream oriented, goal oriented. He wanna help me with my dreams and goals. And see, deep down, I'm a loving girl. I always had a dream of how I want my marriage to be, how I want to serve my husband. I want to be my man. 24/7, my man. You know what I'm saying? He fed into that bullshit. He fed into it.
He actually, it's kind of fucked up, but
But you already know how he fucked with my life, though, right?
Not yet.
I'm gonna have him say certain things because pretty much I'm still dealing with it. That's why he's around and he knows so much. He knows. He's literally present. He knows. Mind you, even when we used to live there, he would never make me feel like that was my house. He would always try to kick me out. And every time, by the way, I seek help for myself, that's when it's about, oh, Aisha is evil. She's trying to ruin my life. Mind you, me seeking help, you know that situation, what happened?
Well,
when I finally started fucking calling cops.
Yeah, that's when it turned kind of messy.
When I started calling the cops, what happened? What did he make it seem as to his entire family and his friends?
That he was the victim and he was the one that was the maniac.
Guess what? Because I'm emotional. So I turned into the fucking maniac because I'm teared up, hyperventilating and all of that shit. And more so, his family is a shit show. I mean, you can already know because he literally said that his family is used to it, this shit. His mom, when I went to his mom about the problem, she literally said, oh, his father was like this, his grandfather was like this. Just be patient. This type of people, you give them love and they will change. Only a woman can change those type of men.
Not true. I mean, it's true.
How fucked up is that to hear, Robert?
It's fucked up, yeah.
But in her head, she's morally right. And his dad is morally right. Mind you, that lady is not loved at all either. Yeah, he gives her shit in her name, buys her shit, but she's mentally dead. I lived in that house for freaking 12 days and I saw how mentally dead she is.
Who?
His mom, she's paranoid as hell. She's paranoid about everything and she's literally emotionally stuck to the sons. You know when a mother is emotionally stuck to the son? Mm-hmm. Is when she doesn't get love from the husband itself. That the love is more of a transaction. The love is more like, I serve you, so I get gold out of it. I fucking keep fake peace, so I get gold out of it. I act like and pretend like I'm the best wife in the fucking world, so my husband can give me some kudos in the back for it. But mind you, it's just playing good woman and best woman in the face of people. That fake peace they keep in our Bengali society, the so-called marriage that lasts lifetime, majority of the time, it's just toxic marriages where people are playing fake peace and fake love. And the love they feel is mostly coming from material. Not emotionally, mentally, sometimes not even physically. Mind you, his dad was talking a little shit when the time that I wasn't even talking shit about him. I used to fake my own peace too. That was my way of staying safe in my own home. Even in social media, I posted so many times where, hell yeah, in the beginning, it was okay. Like I said, in third month, after all the shit that I realized and I was getting no support from my family and I did not want to go to the shelter and he had me stuck in a location that I didn't have shit going on for myself. And he would, even when I tried to do shit for myself, what he used to do, Robert?
He used to call the cops. When you try to do shit, say that again?
When I used to even try to do shit for myself or finally start gaining a little bit of independence to, get away from the abusive situation, what he used to do?
He used to go in a burst of anger.
Burst of anger, or he would try to softly put me back in a loop, or Aisha, you're a woman, you don't need to take the headache, just stay home, I will pay you just to stay home. Or I wanted to get my driver's license, he would be like, no, wait for me, we would get together, baby. That wait for me turned into another 5 months. Basically, he would always fucking drag me back with his impulsive shit, where then I become, scared and fake shit in social media, and even started faking shit some of my family members. Or I just fall back into the fucking loop because I don't want to fucking argue with him. So I'm like, okay, let me just wait for him. We will do it together.
His brother, situation got worse when his brother came in the picture. Can you explain to the audience more?
It seemed like his parents are sending all the dogs that they don't want to deal with, sending them to America, basically. He's a Hafiz, but he's a Hafiz for sure because he smokes and does all of that, and he's very lustful. And I realized the situation was bad when I caught up, is that this man used to not wash his dishes, wouldn't clean his room, nothing.
What a shame.
Right? But when I used to, just because I'm mad, when I used to stop fucking cleaning, I was a horrible wife. Nor used to come in, horrible wife. I don't do nothing. What is my contribution?
Yeah,
And guess what? Some of my family literally played into that shit and made it worse for me. Those are the ones who never looked out for me. Those are the ones who were like literally miserable in their own life and actually went through fucked up shit. So they want another woman to be in a fucked up situation. I'm not gonna mention who she is. He knows. I'm just gonna let God deal with her, basically.
Yeah, it's kind of obvious who it is.
But we're not gonna mention it.
Not yet, but...
Because I'm gonna try my best to forgive her. My dad is better, anyway. Dad is morally. Dad is morally no. Then.
I mean, probably.
Trust me, no. But yeah. There's an incident that happened. So I used to go to him to talk about it. He wouldn't do shit. Then it would just blow up on me. Somehow it's about me not being a good wife. Me just dragging shit and all of that shit. Is it me dragging? Why is a grown-ass man leaving a mess of a house? Is that my responsibility to clean his shit?
Not just because you're the housewife, it's not your responsibility to...
Mind you, Islamically, the housewife doesn't even have to cook or clean. Her fucking main shit is actually to serve the household mentally. Be the emotional one. And be loving. And be a caretaker of the kids. But traditionally, right, I would have to contribute, because if the man is out there working, I would want to do something, right? I'm gonna be bored, and my way of showing love to people is cooking, and is to be lovable and bubbly and all of that shit, and it's to be fun. Eventually, that guy killed literally the fun side of me, and I felt like my fun side of me literally came back after he left. No. He knows how goofy I am and how funny I am.
The fun side of you came back when I came.
That's true too. That's true. But to actually enjoy myself and enjoy the things that I used to enjoy, like laughing around, goofing around, being funny, all of these things came back after he left the freaking house. Yeah. But anyways, the incident was, this guy, we do laundries. Again, me keeping a fake peace. So me and Noor walking before him. He's the one who's dragging the laundry bag. It's all of our laundry together. It's in a shopping cart, but in a laundry bag. So we're walking. We did the laundry already. Coming back, I see a sock on the floor. So I'm like, okay, who the fuck is this? Whose socks is this? So when I saw it, but I'm not gonna trip over that, right? Then, next thing you know is I'm seeing a couple of my underwears and a couple of my bras on the road. Other people's front yard too. So I'm like, okay, something is suspicious. But you know what both of these brothers made it seem like? Oh, I'm just trying to cause a problem. I'm just trying to create a fight between brothers, and that the wind blew my motherfucking clothes. Does that make sense to you?
Was it windy that day?
It was windy, but how the fuck the wind only fucking blew away my underwears and bras?
It's a little size.
My crop top is the same size as the bras. Why the crop tops didn't get blown up?
It's kind of weird. It's a little sus, a little suspicious,
I mean, just picture yourself in the situation.
I
None of my other clothes. I have much more little clothes.
I would be flabbergasted.
I have shorts. I have crop tops. Somehow nothing else got blown over.
I would be,
Blown away by my underwears and my bras. But anyway, since the entire fucking community was almost against me, so I would just look like the crazy bitch to even drag it. So I just cried a bit, walked around the block a bit, and eventually he just said, okay, wind blew away, wind blew it away, whatever, So it is what it is. Did the wind blow it away?
Maybe his hot breath blew it away. Who knows?
Oh my god, this is what. Okay, another incident. My gold went missing. I took a bag to my cousin's place. Mind you, now my family even looking at me like I did this shit. These two are smart. You already know what it is, right? You already knows what it is.
I was there when it happened.
No, you wasn't. But you're a guy. You know how these guys be playing. This is why I keep a guy friend, because they can tell guys bullshit far. You know what the fuck it is, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I took a bag to my cousin's place. Only my gold was in that bag, and I had, I already knew the marriage was against me, so I had like $700 saved up. Oh wait, nobody knows where it was, but it was in a luggage under my bed. I came back from my cousin's place. Mind you, he kicked me out. He broke my TV, talking about just because he and his brother tried to kick me out the house, said that, oh, that's not your house. Mind you, this shit happened because I don't want to leave the house. Yeah. And during argument, his brother was like, oh, this is not your house, this is your brother, this is my brother's house. So I was like, oh, really? This furnitures? He still didn't buy any. Those furnitures were mine. The TV was mine. So just because I said that shit, he broke my motherfucking TV. And that's when my auntie had enough of that bullshit. She told me, yo, I don't care if you have to let go of your ego. Call your motherfucking cousin and go. So I called my cousin. I told him what happened. I left the house for a whole month. I come back. Same bag. I took out the gold and I put it back usually where it belongs. One day, I'm trying to get ready. It's his day opening show. He had an opening show in a club for Musa the singer. So I'm looking for the gold. I want to wear my gold, but I can't find it. Suspicious. He, on the other hand, is saying that, oh, it's probably the bag that you took to your cousin's place. I checked the bag, nothing there. So something told me in my heart that, yo, check for the money too. I checked the money, the luggage is open, and the money is gone. It turned into a whole fucking situation to the point that I couldn't even trust him. He was covering for his fucking brother. He was. Because how the fuck the money goes out of the fucking luggage? Shit like that never fucking happened in my fucking house. Mind you, the entire fucking shit, the family made it seem like I'm just trying to separate the two brothers. Okay, then please fucking explain how the fuck that shit goes missing. The money was never in my fucking bag. The money was in a fucking luggage. Okay, let's just say I hid my own shit. So when I told Noor that, yo, I want to bring hidden camera in the fucking house, and I'm gonna leave gold right on my fucking bed, and the camera's gonna catch it. I'm gonna leave for the house. You know what he did? He suspiciously fucking figured out where I fucking keep the cameras, so he could fucking take that down. He even fucking got the information if it has a memory card or not, just to fucking take advantage of that situation too. So when the shit happened, he told everyone, okay, so wasn't there her camera? Why the camera didn't catch anything? Mind you, he knows the camera didn't have memory card. And you know how cameras without memory card is, right? It's only live. You can only watch live. It doesn't catch memories. He knew that shit. But since it's easy to fucking convince the old heads how shit works, so I became, again, the bad guy. The emotional mess and the bad guy. So, mind you, he gave me hope, trust that he was on my side. And that's how he wanted me to tell him where the cameras was.
Which was
he was a smart ass nigga. You see that?
Smart move.
He got into my fucking heart just to tell him where the cameras was. Making it seem like I would hate it. It's your gold. Nobody should take it. Even if I have to, go against my brother, I want to help you out. Again, I eat it up every motherfucking time, because I'm not gonna lie, my entire goal was, since I was a child, I'm gonna have one first marriage, I'm gonna be in love, and that's it. So I was trying to fucking work as hard as possible to fucking save that marriage. But that's not the fucking problem. He knew that. And that's when I fucking became the fucking victim. Someone like me became the fucking victim. Because I tried it to be that one last fucking marriage.
You gotta learn from the mistakes.
And I was also the type when I used to always tell my mom, yo, I would never let a guy hit me. If a guy hit me, he's gonna get his ass beat. guess what? I got my ass beat. I know how to fight back. But just because he would go for a fucking kill and throw, I couldn't even trust myself actually defending myself in situations like that. Because every time I tried to defend myself, he would beat me up more. He would go for my throat. So I was scared for my life. And so my way of living a fake life was playing it in social media. That I was, good, happy. Because either way, if the social media knows what the fuck are they going to do, they're going to come in my home and save me. Was he going to come save me just by knowing it? Because at that time, he was just a social media person too. I knew him for a very long time, but me and him wasn't friends. So was he going to come save me? If I just one day just mentioned, oh, my husband has been beating me up, would you come save me?
If he was talking that during that time.
Yeah, exactly. But you see, social media wouldn't have. So, and the fact that I was in real life, I was so stuck. I had nobody to turn to. My cousins were very supportive, but the thing is, they wouldn't help me in ways that I would actually need help. My father was excellent in the situation, even though he's far and he's a sick one. Yet, the people who supposedly healthy, piece of fucking shit. I learned my own family's image fucking hard during this entire situation. Any fucking ways. So going back to the camera situation, final day with the gold situation is accumulated for weeks. So finally, I stopped eating. I even cut my hair. This is how I ended up cutting my hair. I was depressed, so I cut my hair. I stopped eating and all of that. He wanna fucking drag me out of bed to eat. Mind you, it's not out of love. It's not out of thing. Again, control. Everything is control around him. It's never out of love. Everything is control. If you really cared about my stomach, why the hell are you dragging me out the fucking bed? If I said no, there's so many other ways to feed a woman, right?
Bring the food to the bed.
He dragged. You're gonna eat, bitch. You're gonna eat, bitch. Literally, this is what he did. You're gonna eat, bitch. Yeah, nah, bitch. You're gonna listen to me. You're gonna have to listen to me. You're gonna eat, bitch. That's what the fuck he did. Robert, that is what he did.
No.
And that's when I started crying. Jumped on him. Mind you, as soon as I jump on him, that's abuse. Oh my god, this bitch is abusive. Oh my god. Don't hold my face. Don't hold my face. I have trauma. Don't hold my face. So he took that and he started beating my ass up. I called my fucking uncle, because my uncle finally fucking knows what's going on. But he also manipulates my fucking uncle. Takes over my motherfucking phone. I have two phones. Takes over my motherfucking phone. And eventually when I reached my fucking uncle, my uncle said, okay, I'm in a class right now. Because he lives in London. I'm in a class right now. Let me call you back later. Just take a nap for now. So I'm hyperventilating. I just got my ass beat. So I try to lay down. Right? I see a notification on my phone saying that, oh, there's a code for divorce. So I'm like, I texted back. Mind you, he's right next to me sleeping. The next day, him and his brother have a meeting with the lawyer about their illegality. How the fuck you say that word? About their illegal situation and how to, work around it and how to become legal and stuff like that. So he's sleeping next to me. He sent me a text about some divorce ID code or whatever the situation is. I go through it and I'm like, okay, finally, I'm not gonna lie, that's probably where I shouldn't have, basically, if I know that he's a fucking so abusive and he's just gonna take that shit to just abuse me, I should have just kept my mouth shut. But I said, finally, I'm free of the cage. Since this is the final day, I'm gonna do my worst. This is what he said. I'm gonna do my worst. It's the final day. I'm gonna do my worst. He fucking dragged me. Mind you, first, he took away my motherfucking phone. There was a close one. But first, the other phone, out the way. Cameras was down because he knew the cameras that had no memory card, so there was no way to prove that shit. And he knows that every time before I call the fucking cops, I made myself look like I just had an anxiety. I just want to go. I didn't actually admit to the fact that he was abusing me. I had marks on my body, but I still wouldn't show the fucking cops the marks. I would just go to the fucking hospital. That was literally, hospital was my vacation spot. Even the friends that I met there, they fucking know that, yo, Aisha was chilling there. That hospital was my vacation spot. But yet, I was blinded by it. I wouldn't still fucking admit to people that he was beating my ass up. I would just make it seem like, okay, I need a vacation. He's giving me anxiety. I don't want to deal with the situation, and I don't have no cousins to go to, so I'm going to go to the hospital. But some way, somehow, it's still, here is the victim. I'm just trying to ruin his life by calling the ambulance and, calling the cops. Mind you, my entire family now looks at me like a buka. Buka means very naive girl. Just let shit happen. Except actually making a move, which is pretty much I didn't make a move throughout the entire shit. How do you think? Do you think I'm actually naive? I was naive about it, or was I just so overwhelmed and I didn't know what to do, so I just got stuck into it?
You had too much hope, and the hope that you had backfired.
Okay. Yeah, that too. I did have hope. I'm not gonna lie, because I did a whole I did a whole Tosbi time when I went to Bangladesh. Mind you, when I went to Bangladesh, on my flight day, he beat my ass up just because I got up and I got a little angry and said, oh, why would you wrap the luggage over it? Just because of that, he beat my ass up. Somehow he felt threatened because I jumped off the bed and used that tone. He feels threatened because I jumped off the bed and used that tone. That's abuse to him.
Yeah,
But me getting my ass beat, that's not abuse.
No, yeah, no. It's, Fuck it, man. Everybody got their.
And mind you, his family supported the entire situation. My ass was beat on my day of flight. Majority of the time, he deleted proofs out of my fucking phone. There are some proofs still left of how many times he would say sorry, he would stop doing certain things, and he would just go back. And recently, I found another proof, and that's because a guy got involved. My friend's boyfriend got involved. How to get a narcissist to admit things, basically. I will give you a freaking training on that. All they need is a fucking guy. You see, a narcissistic person, they want control. So they would do it with people like me, a woman, but they don't do it with a guy. So when a guy got involved, he ended up telling on himself. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
With Angel.
Yeah,
With Angel, yeah.
That's a different video.
It's a whole fucking... That's the only time my ass was smart about it, is when my fucking friends got involved. I kept the recording. Other than that, my ass was dumb about this entire situation, and I don't know how the fuck I got this. You see, self-hate got involved. I started hating myself. The fact that I had to keep fake peace, I was always against it. I was in a toxic marriage. I had to fake it in social media. My family, I don't know what the fuck some of these people are. How the fuck they call themselves Muslim. I think to them the term Muslim just means literally hijab and Punjabi and just praying 5 times a day.
That basically is. That's what it is. Like, nah, for real. That's how they see it.
That's how they see it, yep.
Yeah, you described it perfectly.
Yep, that's how they see it. That's just being a Muslim.
Cover yourself up.
Yeah, but upholding someone's justice, speaking the truth, knowing if something is wrong, helping that person out, to them, that's not a sign of a bad human being. Staying silent is called being a good woman. Staying silent. Just taking shit and becoming the sacrificial lamb, called being a good woman. Woman. Being a good woman. The shit that I fucking found out about my own motherfucking family at that time. And that's when I realized, yo, how much my dad actually respects me, cares for me. He had to remind me, yo, why the fuck are you letting that shit happen to you? My dad yelled at me and said, when are you gonna forget that guy? Straight up. Mind you, at that time in Bangladesh, my dad didn't even know what was going on. But mind you, he overheard me crying. Again, he made it seem like I told my dad. Mind you, I keep phone on speaker, and these are Bangladesh wall, by the way. Echoes, the room echoes, the rooms are big. My fucking my even auntie didn't know till like they started realizing I'm just crying, I'm not sleeping at all, my acnes are breaking out. Eventually, when my dad started seeing that I'm crying and I'm crying and I'm crying, that's when I realized my dad actually knew, because he just out of nowhere fucking blew up and started saying, when are you gonna forget that guy? Mind you, the entire time I thought that my dad didn't know shit. From that moment on, I knew that my dad knew. I couldn't hide it from my dad. My dad fucking knew. My dad knew what was going on. The entire time my dad knew what was going on. But that's when I was surprised. I didn't tell my fucking dad. Only I told my auntie, and I told my auntie to keep it secret. That nobody has to know. Because I defended him. Even when I got my ass beat, I went to Bangladesh and I defended him. Talked so proudly about him. No, my husband is this, my husband is that. Yeah, I need to respect my husband more. Just like, yeah, I respect one of my cousin's husband and all of that shit. I did so much. And he's gonna say what my contribution was. My contribution literally was, I made you look like you was something, nigga. I made you look like you was something. But you was actually nothing. When you really look at it, he doesn't have personality. And he was just, what? Money and all of that shit. But even after I came into his life, he said my contribution was nothing. But he's illegal. He had to use my name, my social security card, to get a Robinhood account, TikTok account, all of that shit. He started having multiple sources of income just because of me. Just because of me. He started having multiple sources of income. But still, what was my contribution? Every time there was an emergency money needed, and his phone broke, and he needed a new phone, that shit came out of my savings. Mind you, I wasn't working. That shit came out of my savings. Just for him to have a good credit score, I started putting him as one of the person who can use my credit card. He maxed out my credit card so many freaking times, and he wouldn't pay it back on right amount of time. He would just say it, yes he will, yes he will, yes he will, and then still be late. I understand he was struggling and all of that shit, right? He would say, oh, you know I'm struggling, I'm not making that much money, so why are you then overspending then? You know that shit, so why are you overspending my card? I don't see you being that irresponsible with your money. So how the fuck are you that irresponsible with my credit card and my savings? Mind you, every time he would take my savings, or I would give my savings, right? He would say that, no, Aisha, you know I don't want to spend your savings. You don't work. I would just give it to you. My savings was cooked. He put me in a credit card debt by the time he left me. Yep. Literally me, officially, he abandoned me first, by the way. He abandoned me. By making it seem to everyone that I cheated. Mind you, when I was talking to a guy on the phone, he didn't even take my fucking phone. I was doing it right in front of him, by the way. So if you think I was cheating, why was I talking to the guy right in front of you? He didn't even take the phone to ask who the fuck is you. If I was really cheating, let's just say we were together, right? And you wasn't my friend, and you see me talking to a guy next to you. What would be your? And let's just say I'm a cheater. What would be your first?
Maybe see who it is.
You didn't check. Mind you, to everyone, guys will support this shit, but to everyone, he made it seem like it was about a guy. But no, it was not about a guy. Finally, he saw that I was going outside of him. It's not just me knowing him and he becoming my entire fucking world anymore, and that I'm just keeping shit secret all the time. I'm actually putting myself out there. I'm making friends. I have a female friend I can count to. I have a male friend I can count to. He didn't like that shit. Because every time he used to just beating my ass, manipulating shit, all types of ways, just where he can just make me look like the crazy one and just overly emotional one and the one that, attacking him. And me just taking that shit, not going to anyone about it, not talking to anyone about it, and just take the torture. He just used to it. So do you think it was about a guy, or it was about the fact that he was losing control over me?
It was he was losing control, and maybe the man voice, the guy's voice, jealousy kicked in and losing control, and that's basically what it comes down to, was that those factors. So
Now a lot of people out there would say, then why would you have a male friend while you was married? Can you even consider that marriage? At that time I was getting my ass beat left to right for 2 fucking years, and to the point that I even started looking like the problem, to the point I even felt like I was the problem, and I started seeking out external help, like therapists, just to see if I was a fucking problem. I even took narcissistic tests just to see if I was the fucking problem. That's how much I was brainwashed into it. Mind you, he's the one who used to fucking tell me that, Aisha, don't become me. I don't want you to turn into me. Am I there really that bad, Aisha? And all of that shit. Eventually, it turned to the point that when he started seeing that no matter what he does, other people actually started supporting him. That's when all of a sudden he's the victim. I'm no longer the victim. That's when he started feeding into those people's bullshit too. The flying monkeys, what we say, the flying fucking monkeys.
That's kind of racist.
No, that's the term. When the narcissistic people get enabling people, it's called flying monkeys.
Oh shit.
The yes men, basically.
Oh, yeah.
You see, our friendship, you're not a yes man. I'm not a yes man. How many times I fucking cut your ass about certain shit that you would do?
Most 98% of the time.
Yeah, 98% of the time. This is why, it's not a friendship about, social, to keep a social system going, He corrects me on some shit too, sometimes. Hell yeah.
Most of the time.
Not most of the time, because most of the time you're not even qualified to,
Most of the time.
Anyways. But that's not my flying monkey. That's not my yes man. None of my friends are yes men. And none of my friends are just a social thingy where I'm just keeping it together. So anyways, he saw that, even when I tried to reach for help from my own family, somehow shit turned against me. Because mind you, my family looked at me as a burden. And in Bengali society, when it's a girl going through a situation like this, they care about their image. I'm not going to mention who those families are, but they care about their image. And it's also their punishment form. Oh, you married that guy. He didn't even give you that much gold. He didn't even give you that much mohorona. So you went against us, so now you have to deal with it. That's their term. Now you have to deal with it.
What is mohorona?
Mohorona is a safety money that you give. I think I told you, a safety money you give to, she can ask for anything and you have to give it to her. Mind you, he didn't even give my mohorona at all yet. He didn't give me my mohorona at all. At all. Throughout the entire situation, he was the caretaker, all of that shit. Slowly, he took me out of my safety. I wasn't working. He would tell me, oh, you don't have to. When I wanted to get my driver's license, no, do it when we do it. We're going to do it together. All of that shit.
That's probably why he's smoking drink, because he was the one that was taking care of you, so.
He's a sarcastic motherfucker.
No, it's true.
Anyways, yeah, my savings is cooked. My credit card is cooked. Almost other income sources that he had was literally because I had social security number. Mind you, I didn't even mention all of those things when he told, for last time I spoke to him, to asking me what was my contribution. I didn't even get to mention all of that shit. My friend got so tight at him because he asked me the question, and when I started answering the question, he would cut me off. Yosutapa was so tight. Oh. She said, shut up! You asked her the question, let her answer. Every time I wanted to answer, he would cut me off. He would just talk over me. Manipulation, gaslighting at his best. Oh my god. If you ask a question and she's answering it, shut up. Let her answer. But he wouldn't even let me finish because, mind you, his friend was right there.
Oh.
He was friends is there. You don't want his friends to know what was actually my contribution. All the ways that he's actually pretty much a little bit successful than when I met him is because of me. But all that clothing shit, don't do this and don't be on social media, started happening when he started realizing I'm getting more attention than he is when he keeps me around. Jealousy, you know. He did not want me to have anything of my own, low key. There's so many ways he would say, oh, I'm not stopping you from living your life. Yet he would find a way, somehow he would always find a way to make it seem like I have to be a feminine woman, so you know, don't have to work, Aisha. Don't have to work, Aisha. Just be home and pray. Just be home and pray. And also remember why I ended up staying in the marriage is because somehow I felt guilty. When I met him, I used to pray 5 times a day. But then slowly, he was actually pretty much my marriage was my biggest happiness and my biggest fucked up situation in my life. I felt like I kind of abandoned praying when I got married because of my choice in a man. So I stopped praying. But then, because he was doing all of that shit, I also again found God. I started praying again, let my whole entire heart out in prayer and sujood. I did so much. He wouldn't understand the love behind it because he would even say, I didn't ask you to do it. Just because I thought miracle exists, I went to Bangladesh. I did a whole munazat for him where other people got involved. Okay. Munazat is like imam or whatever. They sit around and they do a big tosbih, what we call big tosbih, borosura, and they do it within like a week or some days, and they do it for the situation that you're going through. Yeah, pray for you. Yeah. But you see, like I even took that route, mind you. None of that shit will work out if the person itself doesn't call God.
You did all that for them to pray for him?
Yeah, basically, I even donated big bucks of money. And now people are going to look at it as, why didn't you donate without situation? I do a lot for people without even this type of situation. But basically, desperate measurement. I thought I had to find somehow to reach God. That, God, I really want to really keep this marriage alive, and I want this man to change. He's saying that he want to change, just give him the change. I even started making excuses for him at some point. That, his mom and dad taught him this shit. His mom and dad used to be this toxic. The environment is toxic. The Bengali culture is toxic. He grew up with it. His dad used to beat him up so much that he had a fucking knot in his head. So I started feeling bad for him. So I even started making excuses for him. So he could never fucking measure. No matter where in this earth he fucking goes, he would never measure up the amount of fucking love I had for that bitch ass nigga. Can you believe that shit? How blindly I fucking felt hope for that. I usually don't pray tahajjud, but I even started praying tahajjud just for the situation to, be good. But again, I was trying for someone who doesn't even have God in his heart. So why would God help me, And another reason, God calls to you with pain sometimes. So that was God's way of calling me to him, So that was the situation, all of that. I told you about the goal situation, but let's go back to the situation of that day. Because I kind of got distracted. I did, right? Because I was in that topic. I got distracted. So what happened that day? He said that this is his final beat up, He beat my ass up. Stuck me up on the fucking bed, holding my throat. That day, I tried to fight back. I'm not going to lie. Because he said that it's his last beat up. So I know it was going to be bad for me. So I started fighting back. He took away my phone. So no evidence, no call. Mind you, he's still a man. No matter how much fighting move I have, he's still a fucking man. He had his phone on the other hand while he was, again, doing his damage with one hand. Mind you, it was my phone on his hand. Yeah, but he would never go for my face, bro. For my face? Yeah, but he would be all over, like bruised up. Yeah, ribs and thighs. And every time I used to try to kick him with my fucking thighs, that's when my thighs got all the hits, too.
That's why you say Aki?
Yeah, pretty much. And that shit built me up. I'm not gonna lie. Having to wrestle with that big ass man, I had to be strong. So I think you already know. I don't have to say yo. It was my phone in his hand. Mind you, 2 phone. You could always see 2 phones. One phone is away from me. Cameras is down, and the other phone, the iPhone, is on his hand. So I say Siri, because it's still my phone. Siri, call 911. Call 911. He would decline it in every freaking time, to the point he passed it to his brother, and his brother started declining it. Mind you, his brother was watching it on some fucking Netflix. What's happening? Me getting my ass beat. He started ripping off my shirt. And this is a story that I even haven't told him. I told one of my uncle. Yeah. My titty was exposed right in front of his brother. He was ripping up my fucking clothes.
That's not...
I had to literally, middle of getting my ass beat, while my phone is on his hand, I had to put my bra down and find a way to cover myself. So how can a woman fight back and defend herself at the same time and keep a proof while her titty is also exposed and she's getting her ass beat? this is where the sad part happens. You're gonna know. So when the cops come, by the time that then I started using force and shit, and I got my phone back, called the fucking 911, all of a sudden he put his voice down and he's calm as hell, and he's trying to go outside the house. So I'm grabbing him. As soon as I grabbed him and preventing him from leaving the house, mind you, now I have my phone in my hand and I actually got on the phone. I'm telling them what happened. That's the moment somehow he's just trying to leave the house and I'm just preventing him. As soon as I grabbed him, that's exactly, you know how it is. That's exactly when he had his brother record me grabbing him and me preventing him from leaving the house. So when the cops came, I'm crying and all of that shit. He said, what's that?
I was about to say EB.
What's that word they say for emotionally distressed person?
Just say emotional distress.
He said that word, and since at that time I already have depression written on my chart, so they're not gonna ask that I became depressed after that fucking torture the torture that I took from that guy. He's clearing that shit out. They don't see no proof. They didn't even check my body, but no video proof, nothing. I couldn't keep none of that shit. They go to him. There's a video proof of me dragging him, or grabbing him, and preventing him from leaving the house. And he had a scratch mark on his face. Of course, I'm not gonna deny that shit. Beating me up, I was trying to find a way to escape and grab my phone to call the fucking cops because he would decline it every time I said, Siri, call the cops. Siri, call 911. So he had a scratch on his face in an obvious place. I had it on my body. They didn't even give a shit. I told them to check my body. They didn't. The first thing is they went to him. They found a video of me grabbing him and preventing him from leaving the house. So they fucking locked me up. They took me to the fucking jail. I was in central booking. This is the part I knew y'all didn't see it coming. So now the entire fucking system, well, the system knew that it was fucking fucked up because the cops who took me there, they were like, yo, I know how the situation looked, but you should have been smarter. When I went to the fucking first, they sent me to the hospital because remember I have depression written on my chart, and he said I'm acting emotionally unhinged, which is obviously I just got my ass beat. Well, how the fuck do you want me to react? The calmest? He's the fake ass one. Every time the cops came around, he's so calm. They expected me to act calm as soon as the cops came. If you was getting your ass beat, would you fucking act calm or would you cry your ass out?
I would not.
Because you already cried.
I would not probably just be
amped up. So I'm amped up. He played that shit. Oh, she's emotionally distressed. She's depressed. So they took me to the hospital. That's when the freaking nurses saw there was bruises on entire my body, and they already knew. I didn't have to defend myself. They already knew. Yo, just by it's written on the chart that you beat both of the men up, yet you're bruised up, and he has a scratch on his face. I can already tell who the victim here is. She automatically said that. The cops already fucking knew, but they were going by what paper? Paper, no. They wasn't. They did it wrong because how the fuck they didn't check my body at that time? I told them to check my body. I told them to check my body, Robert. They didn't.
Because they gotta lose their job or something.
Yeah. The first thing they did is, obviously they didn't even check his body, but they saw scratch mark on his face and a video of me. And I just explained to you how they even got the video. So somehow I was the abuser. I was locked up. I was in central booking. I was there for one day. And after that, you know what happened. He didn't press charges. So after, just because he didn't press charges, how did he act like?
The superhero. He
said, no, Aisha, I saved you. I could have pressed charges on you, but I didn't. You're still here in the house because of me. He even one day said that, Aisha, you have nobody except me. Your family looks at you as a burden. You can't go to them. So why you so care? Because he wanted me to ask my family for some money because of his brother's situation, because some legal shit that they need money for, because they need to become legal. And he needs to become legal. So he needed money. So he wanted me to ask one of my rich cousins for money. I was like, yo, you think knowing what you did to me, my cousin would give you money? Even if I fake it to get you money, they wouldn't. So that's when, no, these are the families that you're thing. They literally abandoned you. I'm the only person you have. They wouldn't even come check up on you. All the shit that you're going through, they don't even come check up on you. None of your family come check up on you. None of your family even cares. Which is pretty much in a way true. Not little, majority of it's true. But his intention was bad. His intention is just to, again, make me feel isolated. He's the only person I have. He's the only rescuer. So I go nowhere but be stuck with him. How much of a piece of shit he is. Mind you, every time he needed to make my family believe that I was the problem, that's the only time somehow he would go to my family and be like, oh, Aisha doesn't wear hijab or somehow. Mind you, he doesn't really actually care about the hijab. It was just the ammo. You know what ammo is? It was just the ammo because he knew how to manipulate them too. He knows how to manipulate them too. Basically, he controlled the entire situation by controlling everybody around me. And since it's a problem with Bengali society, he knows how to play with them deep here. He knows exactly what the fuck to say. Bengali people, you don't have to say much to make a woman out to be the fucking problem. He knows that. He knows that closest person around me is the problem, which we're not going to mention who that person is. Let's just say leave it to God, and my dad is the best. And I don't want to hate because I just want to find a way to forgive that person and just let God deal with it. That person, I don't have respect for them, but I have love for them because I have to. I'm tied to them in a way. Yeah. But he knows. He's around the situation, so he knows who that person is. And he personally sees how I'm struggling because of that person. Anyways, what was I saying? I lost track. This is what you hear. You're going to keep me in track because shit is emotional as fuck.
Yeah, you basically touched in all the topics, the goal, you getting like you basically hit all the topics.
Yeah, but about where was I at? Okay, so it's divide and conquer. So now he already knew I was divided away from my family. I couldn't count on them. So he even said it. I by the way, I have that tax proof. So that, and that's when after like I realized what happened. So abandonment part where I told you he heard a guy's voice, and even he said it. He expected me to chase him that night, but I didn't. That night I was like, okay, let him go, because he always make it seem like to people that every time I prevent him from leaving home when he's angry is the reason he beats my ass up. So that day I let him go. He did all this shit and I let him go. But then that became also a problem. Why did I let him go? And then he made it to the landlord, seemed like that to the landlord, that I kicked him out. So since the landlord is Bengali and I'm a housewife, mind you, in our society, a woman who's struggling, a woman who doesn't have anybody supporting her, that's when they throw rocks at you more. That's when all the birds try to come and sit on that broken branch. So that was the landlord, basically, and he personally knows the landlord. And the guy downstairs is his friend, and the guy downstairs also knows the landlord. Rafufu, he calls him Rafufu, but his name is Rafiq. Rafiq. How do you feel about the fucking landlord? You've been around and you know how this guy is moving.
He's moving like a dictator, like a evil, like a villain.
Bro, okay, we get it, but how do you actually feel about him? You know what the fuck this guy is.
I feel like he's a bitch. What do you know? He's a piece of shit.
Okay, we know that. But go in detail of what he's doing.
He's harassing you, he making his wife curse at you. He's
They even woman shaming me because I have a male friend, so automatically they making shit up. Even they try to go to my mom to create problems there too. Mind you, we get it. You wasn't. That's where the part comes. He fucked up my credit card. He fucked up my savings before that, and then he abandoned me. For 2 months, I was lasting off of fucking potatoes, rice, and eggs. Mind you, I'm prideful as fuck, so I didn't even take EBT at that time. Ended up, I said, you know what? This is survival at this moment. Let me lose my fucking pride and get EBT. I'm saying it. I'm giving it to you straight. Someone like me who had everything, fucking brain, college, I had a life. But if I didn't get married, if I just thugged it out a little bit, I would have had my own house right now, driving a fucking Mercedes-Benz or BMW or probably any car of my dream.
It was the Facebook Messenger app that fucked it up.
No, Instagram.
Oh, you told me he hit you on Facebook.
No, Instagram.
He DM'd you?
Instagram.
I thought it was Facebook.
All of that shit. I wouldn't have to go through any of that. I would buy my fucking gold and just
imagine if you had your shit on private. You would have probably not even peeped you. So just by you having that shit on public, that's what happened.
Let's not go about that. But can you imagine the life I would have had? He knows.
Nah, yeah.
Because he knows what type of student I was and how much determination I had.
You make moves. And if you was on your own time and you was gonna be making moves and not be stuck.
Now actually I don't have nothing on my own, and to the point that I even had to take EBT to survive. Because he left me with basically nothing. You're not even supposed to, religiously or anything, if you're gonna keep a girl as a housewife, you're not even supposed to leave her with nothing. You're not supposed to. Specifically, you didn't even give her mohrona. You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to. Specifically, if you're gonna take shit out of her savings, you're supposed to give it back.
Oh, he's fucked. Judgment Day, he's fucked.
Yeah. Well, see, he's not even Muslim. He already knows. Judgment Day, he's fucked. That's all.
No, yeah.
You see why I have more respect for him than average Bengali guys? They're Muslim, but they're Muslim only when it comes to praying and when it comes to, putting women in hijab.
And not eating pork.
He said it. And not eating pork.
They do everything bad, but when they get home, they sleep good knowing they didn't eat pork. They do everything bad, but they go to sleep knowing good. They go to sleep dumb good knowing they didn't eat 1 ounce of pork. Yeah, I hit my wife, but I didn't eat pork, motherfucker.
Yo. Oh my, just look at my TikTok account. All of this so-called Muslim channel, whore shame me. They don't even know me about sometimes I'm a whore and all of that shit.
Yeah, I smoke 2 blunts a day, but
and they be like, oh God is gonna do this and Allah is gonna do that. Mind you, they're talking in such a degenerate way to me. Do you think Allah is gonna take that shit?
Not even fucking Prophet Jesus, Prophet Muhammad gonna take that shit. What are you talking about? Yeah, nigga, shut up. Yeah.
Bengali people, I'm telling you, Bengali people. And the fact that he's around me and a Bengali girl, he's starting to see how the fucking culture is.
I'm turning into Bengali myself. That's how I feel.
No, please don't. We do not need the rejects.
I'm a brown hot pocket. What's up?
He's joking. You're literally around me because you're not a fucking hypocrite. He sometimes acts more of a better Muslim than any of the Bengali Muslims can act. Anyways. So this is what he did. He fucked it up with my thing. Mind you, the lease is in both of our name, but he left me. He told the landlord to take his name off of the lease. The landlord did that. So now all the burden on me. I couldn't pay the light bill. I have fucking no rent being paid. Mind you, I was a housewife. My savings is cooked, all of that shit. But somehow, still, that fucking stupid ass landlord finds a way to woman shame me. His wife is cursing me out. They even threatened me, talking about, oh, they were gonna find it somehow, drag me out the fucking house, even if they have to grab me by the motherfucking hair.
They didn't mean that.
They didn't mean that, but you know. His pressure is going up. Mind you, I even understand the fact that he's not getting paid. I understand that. He's not getting paid. I understand that. I understand that. Again, I'm saying it. I understand that. I understand that. It's a business. I understand that. But you know, to the point, he tried to come into my personal business, try to convince me to take Noor back, bring him in the fucking house. His wife tried to convince me, talking about, you're like our daughter, you're like this and that, bring him back. Oh, you know, then when they didn't, there's a recording of it. So Tapa knows. Because I have it recorded. Yeah, they tried to convince me to bring him back just for that money by saying that, oh, you're like a woman, shit happens in marriage. You know how many motherfucking Bengali women throughout the entire time I was getting my ass beat, manipulated, fucked over, my rights are fucked over, said that shit happens in marriage. Like, they don't understand the difference between struggling marriage and abusive marriage. Even his parents, shit happens in marriage, it's not that serious, but don't involve any other people. If it was small shit, I understand not bringing any other people. But the thing is, I suffered. After years, I decided to start telling people. And that's when I became a bad guy. Somehow even forgot to apologize. He even stopped apologizing to me. Yeah. Somehow, then I became the bad wife. When I started actually, you know, seeking help for myself. And I started speaking up about it. That's when the landlord started giving me problem and all the shit that he's doing, to the point he lied to people, went to court and lied to them that, oh, she's a bad woman, she got on my face. Mind you, I have the video of the entire situation. He literally just zoomed it in when I was telling him to leave my door, that this screenshot he took to make it seem like I'm abusive. But I can't wait till I go back to court, because I'm going to court soon. So I'm going to show the fucking video, because my friend was recording the entire situation and how he threatened me and how his fucking wife is cursing me out and all of that shit. Even, mind you, I told you, his friend, he lives downstairs, his co-worker / friend, he even got involved acting like a spy. This entire house became, you know, my unsafe zone. I had to let go of my pride and take fucking EBT, which I no longer have. But now, rent wasn't paid, light bill wasn't paid. Now that she's gonna go on my fucking record. So imagine how much shit that I'm fucking going through just because I trusted that fucking clown. And somehow he's still making it seem like to people that he was the perfect provider. He provided, but we were broke. It wasn't providing like how my cousin's husband is providing for her. I took it. He didn't pay my mohorona, that was fine. He didn't give me much gold, also fine. And somehow I was just not grateful. No, he would have loved me. It was gonna be me being so grateful toward him if I just, you know, didn't ask for emotional support, mental support, or all of the other shit. Just, you know, take his gold, or him buying little stuff here and there. Not even severely expensive shit, but just buying stuff here and there. Any man would do, right? And appreciate it while I'm getting his slaps. I'm getting his beat up and staying silent. His way of keeping me silent, basically. He's screaming, providing, yet my savings is cooked. My fucking credit score was cooked. I had to, again, from the money that I got from my college, I had to pay that shit off. Now, I still owe fucking the landlord money, and I still owe fucking Canadian bill. Mind you, I started working. Again, I came back. In the beginning, I couldn't even find a job, because in their thing, they're just gonna look at it as, okay, she wasn't working for 2.5 years, what the fuck happened? So I wasn't even getting hired for a while. Then I went back and got my security license again and got a security job, which is not paying me well enough. I'm not rich no more like that for me to pay off the entire fucking debt. And mind you, he's nowhere to be found.
What a fucking...
He even gave me problem about the divorce too, but I couldn't get shit out of the fucking divorce because, again, the marriage wasn't that long. That's what the lawyer said. The marriage wasn't that long. So I'm not gonna get shit. And since I offered the money out of my savings and I actually had him as a beneficiary in my credit card, they're just gonna look at it as, oh, it's a joint marriage, it's a joint account, and I gave it to him, I offered him. Because they don't really care, the lawyer said that they don't really care about the moral side of any of that shit. Yep. They don't care about the moral side of any of that shit. Even though I was a housewife, I didn't have nothing other than my savings and my good-ass credit card. Good-ass credit score.
They're supposed to think about it.
So now what? Because of all this financial pressure that he left me on, He's kidarol. Yeah, exactly. He's kidarol. I'm gonna have trouble finding another place because in the system it's gonna automatically show that, you know, she doesn't have fucking good thing. She didn't pay her bills and she owes Canadian bill. It's gonna people over there, a lot of people. I was the abuser because I went to jail for it. Nobody actually cares to know what the fuck actually happened that day other than my dad and my close people. They know what the fuck happened. And even I realized how much my own community shamed me for shit that I didn't even have control over. Shamed me for it. And that's when, like, I came closer to the Spanish culture because I realized my friend's boyfriend, he's Dominican. He was fucking lost this entire situation, confused. Yo, how the fuck are you going through this shit? You love this nigga. You have nothing missing with you. And this nigga doing this shit, and he's abusive, and he's fucking thinks that shit is okay with him, women and all of that. So some point, when I told him, yo, deep down, he actually thinks that he was defending himself. That's when he got involved. He called Noor. As soon as Noor heard a man's voice, he started violating. I have a recording violating him just because he's a male voice. And that's when he was like, yo, bro, I know you from hospital. Remember, I told you that just for my own sanity, because I want to escape from this hellhole, I used to send myself in the hospital just so I can stay away from arguing with him or getting my ass beat. At that time, I used to not tell people that he used to, you know, beat my ass. Only thing I used to tell people is that my anxiety is fucking going up. I need to go. And I didn't have nowhere else to go other than going to the hospital. That's when I met, you know, one of my friends. So her boyfriend, they used to have visiting time. Well, the same time he used to visit me. Again, he used to act like my rescuer because he used to visit me in the hospital. Yeah, he used to be like, I care about you, Asha. Don't you see I used to visit you in the hospital?
It's just using what else at that point.
So that's when I didn't know Sutapa was Bengali, you see? And me and Noor was arguing back and forth and how he's again giving me hope that he would change. He would not hit me and all of that shit. Mind you, I didn't know Sutapa was Bengali. She was overhearing shit. So I played a little sneaky part in it. I told the guy that, yo, bro, just tell him that you know everything. That you heard the conversation in hospital. So he did. That's when shit clicked in Noor's head. Oh, so you heard all of it. So you was there. So then he started calm down. All of a sudden, he started crying. No, bro, you don't know what I've been through. I didn't do shit to that girl. Bro, I did not hit her, bro. She's lying. She's lying to everyone, bro. You don't know what the fuck I've been through. He just tripped out, started crying. That's when he knew. Her boyfriend knew. Okay, he knows how to get to that guy because he's a manipulative asshole, you see? Noor is manipulative. How the fuck all of a sudden he went through shit in life, all of that shit. Nobody understands what he been through and all of that. After he just dumb cursed the guy out just because it's a male voice. And after he told him, yo, he heard everything in the hospital, somehow, you don't know what the fuck I've been through. So hold on. He's smart. You see, a guy knows a guy's move.
Facts.
Right?
Hell yeah.
We told him, because remember, her boyfriend also don't like him. Don't like him for what the fuck he did. And specifically after he asked me, he heard that shit. Specifically after he asked me what was my contribution. All of them know what my contribution was. The fact that he still had the nerve to ask me what my contribution was, that shit pissed him the fuck off. But we all told him, bro, calm down. You see, he's a narcissistic guy. You bite the dog back, he's just gonna make it seem like you're the fucking problem, that you started threatening him and all of that shit. That's how Noor works. Get it? He works into emotion to see if you're gonna get worked up and shit. Gaslighter, basically. Yeah, so we told him to stay calm. So Angel, he looked out for me. He stayed calm. So this is what he did. He was like, I know how to get this nigga. He's a narcissist, so I know how to get this nigga. You see, a narcissist, you just have to work in their ego. You know how he did that. No, he worked in his ego. As soon as he started saying, Noor started saying, oh, you know, bro, you don't know what the fuck I've been through. I started crying. He was like, Angel was like, calm down, bro. I understand. Just tell me, okay? Just tell me. Just calm down. I'm trying to help you. You could tell me. He gave him a little empathy. Mind you, he said that he wasn't, when he was crying and all of that shit, like, I didn't do shit to that girl. I didn't hit her, man. All of that shit. As soon as Angel gave him a little bit of empathy, a little bit of ego boost, he said that, bro, only way is that she wouldn't let me go out the house. So this is what I did, man. She wouldn't let me go out the house. he contradicted himself. You heard the recording.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't he say that, you don't know, the shit that I've been through, I didn't do shit to that girl, she's lying?
Mm-hmm. He basically, that's how he got.
But as soon as Angel gave him a little bit of empathy, little bit of ego boost, he fucking told on himself that, bro, she wouldn't let me go outside this while. Mind you, the day that I did let him walk out the house, I was also the problem. Why did I let him out the house? Why didn't I just call him and tell him, baby, come home? Beat my ass every fucking time when I actually try to have you in the house to talk to me about the situation, what we're going through. You want me to chase a mad dog?
No, you're not supposed to. That's like a suicide mission. You're not supposed to.
But the thing is, he would say that he beat my ass up because I would, prevent him from leaving out when the shit is heated. So how the fuck on the day of heated, when I let you walk out the fucking house and not call you to fucking beg you to come back and crying and fussing and all of that shit that I used to do, like, I care about you, I care about so much about this marriage, why would you do this, why would you not, you're avoiding me, you're doing that, blah, blah, blah. All of a sudden I stopped doing that, I stopped giving him the attention and all of that shit. I stopped counting on him. I started, when he realized, I don't give a fuck anymore. I just want to do my own thing, find a job and do my own shit. Somehow, I don't love him enough. I never loved him. Why didn't I chase him? You saw the text. He left the house. He stopped providing for me. I wouldn't need anyone fucking providing, but the fact that he cooked my savings, cooked my credit card, and all of that shit before he left, put me in a debt, it's crazy. Religiously, you're not even supposed to do that. If you no longer want to be with a woman, you're supposed to still give her safety before you go.
You're not supposed to do that even.
So it's not even a religious thing? Was it? Okay.
It's not humane.
He said it. You want to come on the camera and say it?
No, it's
all the way in the corner.
It's everything.
I just thought it was a religious thing.
It's everything.
Okay. So it's inhumane. He literally just abandoned me, basically. And when I said that you literally abandoned me, I was literally lasting off of this and that. That's when he was like, well, you don't love me, you didn't chase me, you just let me go that easily. And guess what? Mind you, the landlord over there fucking went to the court, told everyone I went to jail for 2 fucking weeks. I didn't. I never did. That I was an abuser. I went to jail for abusing my husband. That he lives here. He heard it because I took him to the court because I know how crazy that guy is. That he even accused him of living here. Do you live here?
No.
Does your mama look like he would actually let him live here?
No.
He likes his house. He likes that little coop that he have.
Why are you gonna say little coop?
Little coop because that's your little tiny universe. Isn't it? Your own TV, your video play system. Yeah. And he's still very much connected to his mom, excuse me. Still very connected to his mom, so. But the fact that the guy accused him of staying here, the guy accused me of having sublet because I was helping my friend out. While I was struggling, I was helping her out with certain situation. Somehow I had a sublet. I was lost. Like, does this guy want me to like go to strip club and get him money? I understand it's about money. I even went to prayer praying to God, please, through me or through whoever, get him the money that he wants. Get him the money that he wants so he will leave me alone. I'm over here praying for the guy's situation. I'm over here showing empathy toward the guy's situation because it is about money. I understand that. You're not getting your paid. But to the point that he would drag my personality, drag my character, woman shame me for so much shit that I literally went and told my fucking aunties about it. And my aunties were like, yo, these Bengalis, even she started realizing these Bengalis are shit show. Bengali people are shit show. All of them are just keeping fake image, fake peace, fake good person. But when they really need to be a good person, they only play good person. Specifically the ones who was born there and was raised there. So I got violated verbally by the landlord and all of that shit. Well, I'm still going through the court and stuff. But now look at me. Now I would have to actually struggle to find an apartment for myself. Because all that shit is in my record, right? That I couldn't pay the fucking house and pay the light bills and all of that shit. And then, you know, me working as much as I'm doing right now, and I started a couple of months ago, it's not enough to, you know, still pay off whatever I owe the guy, or, you know, the kind of distant people. And so I even had to let go of my pride. I'm not gonna lie, I had so much pride. I had so much pride when it comes to taking any government assistance, because I'm from a big family. You know, I'm from a big family. We are landowners in Bangladesh, and it runs in our, you know, our bloodline for a for a very long time. It's been a long time. It started from my great-grandfather. So we are a little prideful when it comes to taking assistance. But the fact that I even had to let go of that pride to take ABT, I was like, you know what? At this point, I'm surviving. You know, I started surviving at a certain point, specifically in the beginning. So yeah, that's pretty much my story. Of course, there are so much detail. If there's any details from this story that you guys want to clear up or you want to ask, let me know. But since this is such a big story, I'm even getting distracted. I'm literally jumping from one section to another, because it is a very emotional topic, and my brain gets really dizzy when I even think about stuff like this. That at some point I am actually the fucking problem, because I let that shit happen to me. Because why the fuck would I be hopeful about a guy who was like this from the 3rd month? What part of me had to be damaged within myself that thought that I could fix a guy like this, or that I could fix a marriage all on my own by just praying to God, or just sending, you know, him to a therapy, or just paying attention to every time he said sorry, or he would change, or he would not hit me anymore, or he would understand, and all of that bullshit. To the point it blowed over to my face, and he actually not telling everyone that I'm the problem.
Not yet, so you gotta learn from you know.
Mind you, I have proof of every time he says sorry about the shit that he's doing right now. He even has said sorry about that shit, that many times he would fucking do the problem, all of that shit. He would shut down and fuck me over mentally, gaslight me. He would even say sorry about that shit, that at that time he doesn't know how to have control, so he would do shit like that. He doesn't want to lose me, that's why he wanna do shit like that, that he would just flip away and find a way to blame it on me. Some way, somehow, I have proof of those things, by the way. Some way, somehow, his friends still believe he's the victim. You know why? Because to him, to everyone, he made it, I think I told you, to everyone he made it seem like, oh, hold on. To his friends, he made it seem like that, oh, I'll just do it for fame. So if I want to do it for fame, why didn't I do it while every time I fake my happiness?
No, yeah, I get you. I get the point. It's always situations ugly, you know. It's not even your fault. It's not. You was a victim. So.
Okay, but the funny shit is, right? In the middle of this, he actually made me believe that nobody would believe me if I come out with it. That's why I didn't come out with it a very long time. He also made everyone around me, since he controlled everything around me and I had nobody, basically nobody, I felt alone in it. So I actually felt like he was the only thing I had. He was the only thing I knew. He was the only thing I knew. He's the only thing I had. So he exactly knew how to take advantage of that shit. So when I actually to tell him that, yo, I'm gonna start telling people, eventually I cannot keep this shit to myself anymore, I need help. And my dumbass would say it out loud. He would say, who's gonna believe you? Or he would just tell his friends that, oh, she's just playing the woman card. You see, a lot of women would fake, you know, a lot, I'm not gonna say a lot. Some women, for a storyline or fame, they make up shit like that, get it? So he played into it, specifically the guys around him. He couldn't just, one thing though, he couldn't manipulate the guys in my family. Because one thing about my brother-in-law, as in my cousin's husband, he's excellent. You see, you could not feed him bullshit like that. So he couldn't feed none of my guys in my family that bullshit. That he made his friends, the guys, believe that she's gonna play the woman card. She's doing it for fame. You think I'm doing that shit for fame?
You're not. Hold on.
I mean, I couldn't say that he's my friend. That's why he's agreeing with me.
No, I mean, it's obvious you're not. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that you're not.
You'll be surprised. A guy, you know, guys specifically, guys coming out of a woman's mouth, and the hateful ones, the ones that are just like Noor, would sit there, would justify him, get it?
Yeah, they zesty.
Yeah, they zesty. They zesty, I'm dead. So yeah, by saying that, oh, she would just, you know, playing the woman card.
Just because you don't like them, you don't go to say woman card, you know?
Mind you, if I'm just playing by the woman card, why all this time I had to fucking fake it for my own sanity, bro?
You know, you just gotta laugh it off. You know?
This is why he knows, I know, that I'm a goofy person, because I'm goofy, and also because that's my way of not crying about shit that I don't want to cry about. That's why I literally make dark jokes about my own shit. Yes, someone like me got my ass beat. And since I'm still going through a situation because of the shit that he did and shit that I accepted, he knows almost everything that I'm facing at the moment of.
Yeah, you lost because of the situation. You lost your playfulness, your spark, your inner childhood. I mean, your inner child. You know, you probably don't laugh too much, joke around too much, as he did before because of it, and you know.
Because he used to say that I'm not a fun person because he put me in such a depression that I stopped enjoying the shit that I used to enjoy. So then that's when he started saying that I'm not a fun person. That's why he doesn't want to bring me around or keep me around or, you know, take me to places.
Yeah, probably because you don't smoke or drink, but that doesn't mean you're not fun, you know.
Yeah. And that's when I used to tell him, bro, do you even know how I used to be before I met you? And mind you, after he left, now he sees me. Now everyone sees the fun type of personality that I am.
Hell yeah.
Am I fun or am I boring?
No, you're fun. You very fun person to be, or sunflowers, whatever.
But only thing have changed about my fun personality is that now I make severe amount of dark jokes about my own situation to, you know, make myself feel good and happy. Yeah. If anything else you want to know, please let me know. I can add details, but it's such a situation over 2 years that certain things I'm losing track of. But yeah, it's a big long video, I know, but if you guys really want to know how things are, and if someone like me has to go through it, imagine how many girls out there who are actually brainwashed into it, who would actually think that that's love.
So a lot of people been through what you've been through.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the girls who actually still there